Hey everybody, it's your girl Sin Stacks from blackroommedia.com. I'm back this week with a new video. We're going to get into everything that has been going on since last week, which is when I dropped my last episode. Let's see. I touched up on the YSL trial. I spoke about allegations, sexual allegations, SA allegations against T.I. and his wife, Tiny Harris. I spoke a little bit about this and that and all that good shit. But yeah, so the last time that I spoke to you guys, since the last time, excuse me, like I said, a lot has happened. So I can't wait for us to start getting into it. I'm going to take a sip of my juice. No, it's not that. It's like grapefruit or something, and it's like really sour. Someone got me something to drink, basically. It's not what I asked for. I asked for orange. And they went and got me that. And I can't stand it, but because I'm so thirsty and I'm being lazy, this is why I'm like, But anyways, we're going to get right into it. Like I said, a lot of stuff has happened. Let's talk about the Grammys. Let's talk about who the fuck is not going to be showing up to the Grammys. The person that's not going to be showing up to the Grammys this year, get the drums ready, is going to be Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, I know. Are we really surprised? Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy's not going to be going to the Grammys because of the recent sexual allegations that have been made against him by numerous women dating back to, I don't know, 20 something years ago. But still, that is the reason why he will not be attending the Grammys this year. They were thinking about it. They were going back and forth and stuff like that. I guess they went and they had a meeting and voted that it's best that he doesn't show up because of what he recently has been accused of. Pretty, sick stuff too. And when stuff like this happens to you, to celebrities, a lot of people start to cut ties with them, right? We've seen it happen with Kanye, and he wasn't even accused of SA. We've seen it happen with a lot of different people. So yeah. Diddy will not be at the Grammys this year, 2024. And it's due to the recent allegations made against him. Do you guys really care? Do you? I don't know. He was going, by the way, because he was nominated for an R&B album that he did. And that's why he was going to be there. He was nominated. So, yeah, I can't remember the name of the album. Swore that I had it down, but obviously I don't. Let's get into other shit that's happening though, because a lot. I want to get through, a lot with you guys this week. Last week I was talking about the YSL trial. That is actually still going on. Crazy. This week was really crazy, okay, with the YSL trial, because Mr. Stevens, Trontavia Stevens, also known as Tick, a former YSL member, he came back this week and he wasn't like playing with it. Last week he was all about the I don't remember and all that. And you can tell prosecutors were very upset about, upset with him because he cut a plea deal with prosecutors, and the whole point is for you to speak. And, all of a sudden, he doesn't remember he didn't remember anything. His memory was due to alcohol, was due to this, due to that. This week, I don't know what happened from last week. I think I have a funny feeling what happened. I think prosecutors went and told him, hey, do you remember the deal that we had? Yeah. So basically that means that you sit there on the stand and you give us a little bit more information and stop saying that you don't recall. Yeah, we need you to go ahead and do that. And that's exactly what he did, if not more. This week has been just so crazy. Mr. Stevens went and he took the stand. The prosecutors had him first before he was cross-examined by Young Thug's legal team. So the prosecutors went, they were going at him. They were asking him to decode signs, symbols that Young Thug was, doing in certain photos, tattoos, what Mr. Stevens tattoo, like one of the bees, what it represents. They were implying, basically saying that it stands for blood. And he was saying, no, it was a nickname that was given to him, which was actually Boo. and the B was standing for boo. Now, that's what the prosecutor was trying to do, basically say all these signs and stuff like that are related to the Bloods, which is, signs that Young Thug was putting up. And so trying to get him to admit to that, it was really crazy. Like oh my God, it was just really crazy. LeBron James was brought up. Little Uzi, Juice WRLD was brought up. LeBron James was brought up because of the slat sign with the finger going underneath the nose. A lot of young kids are doing this. If you have a son and he listens to hip hop, at least at one point in time, if you didn't catch him or in his bedroom, he was probably, you know what I'm saying, making the sign and then saying slat afterwards, saying slime. So, yeah, so that's what the prosecutors were doing. Like, look, he's a blood. These are signs that he's putting up, and so that means this and that and that. So, anyways, when Mr. Stevens went, they played Push and P during the trial. Yes, they did. They played Push and P, and the reason why they played that was because they wanted to show in the video the signs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That Young Thug was putting up. And Mr. Stevens' tick came out and basically said that that's a P. He's like, for pushing P and stuff like that. Not what it's not what prosecutors wanted to hear. They wanted to hear something else. Oh my God, my equipment is trying to kill me. But anyways, nothing can. So yeah, now when he got up there, like I said, the prosecution had him first before he was cross-examined by Young Thug's legal team. Okay, now this gets even crazy. So he went and he was cross-examined by someone by the name of Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele was like really ripping at Mr. Stevens. He really was. Woohoo! If his feelings weren't hurt before, they were definitely hurt now. They really were hurt now because Mr. Steele, and that's his job, defending Young Thug, made him feel so little. He basically came out and said, oh, by the way, I didn't mention, when Mr. Stevens was on the stand, this week was crazy because he went and actually identified members of YSL and how prosecutors say a criminal gang, right? And he went and agreed, like, yeah, he sat there and this time he actually looked at them in their face as he identified them as being part of this, gang that has committed so many crimes and stuff like that. As he was in the courtroom and they were sitting down, he went and he identified Young Thug's brother, Young Thug's nephew. He identified other members. He was sitting there. He was like, yeah, Yak, yeah, Young Thug, all this and that. So that was really crazy this week. Like I said, he didn't come to play around. He realized, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? They told him something like, you need to fucking do more talking, and that's what the fuck he did. Shit was crazy. So now he goes and he gets cross-examined by Mr. Steele from Young Thug's defense team, and it starts to get crazy because, like I said, he fucking breaks him down. He makes him feel like really crap. He goes, at one point in time when you had nobody, wasn't Thug there for you, and then he started showing pictures. I have to say, he started showing pictures and saying, this symbol right here doesn't mean this, doesn't mean that. Okay, so it doesn't mean basically what prosecutors are trying to say, that they're gang related, whatever. And then he started bringing up how Young Thug was there for him in times when he had nobody. He was like, and didn't he give you money and basically in large sums or whatever. And the sums that he did give it to him was in one shot to help him out. He says, oh, by the way, I do have to rewind. I have to rewind because I left something out that was very, very important. And that was the fact that when Mr. Stevens was testifying, he testified that he sold drugs and he was selling guns, allegedly for YSL. Okay? And when they asked him basically why and stuff like that, he was saying that the reason why he was doing it is so that YSL could be known for pushing and for having access to all these guns and stuff like that. So that was really crazy that he went and said that, incriminating members of YSL. That is really huge. So whoever probably said before, hey, he's not ratting, I don't know what more cooperating do, you know what I'm saying, does it take from somebody to get to that level. But that's what he did this week. Yeah, so that was really crazy. That was one of the things that happened where it was like, did he really fucking go and say that? Yes, he really said that. And then there's more. So Mr. Steele comes out and says when Young Thug had, when nobody was there for you, Young Thug was there for you. In fact, when you were selling and stuff like that, when you got into trouble, didn't Young Thug go and kick you off a tour when he was on tour? And he said, yeah. He said, Mr. Steele said that Young Thug actually kicked Tick off his tour because he found out that he was doing a lot of shit, getting involved with police, doing all types of stuff. He also said, Mr. Steele said that Young Thug had actually tried to help him out in so many ways, tried to help Mr. Stevens out, but instead he didn't want to take the help. He says you wanted the quick route of selling, okay, and putting that out there. And he was like kind of agreeing with it, but not agreeing with it. He says, didn't he offer you a job to help people basically in the crew pick up their bags, set up equipment? And he said, yeah, but, Stevens was saying he didn't want to do that and stuff like that. So LeBron James got mentioned because of the sign, right? The finger under the nose and stuff like that. Juice WRLD, I said, was brought up. And also, Little Uzi was brought up. It was really crazy. Little Uzi was brought up. Oh, by the way, oh my God. How can I forget? Guys, before I go on, someone actually went and hacked the Zoom during the trial. Like, this was so fucking crazy. When I saw the video, I put it up on Black Room Media. Follow me on Instagram, _Black Room Media. If you're not following me, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. I definitely keep you guys sometimes more updated there on quick, small stories before I can put everything on the site. Someone went and hacked the Zoom, during the trial and was shouting, I think they were shouting mistrial, free thug retrial. They said it twice. Someone hacked into the Zoom meeting. I know they must have felt so excited after doing something like that. But yeah, that was like just such a fucking awkward moment when that happened. It's just been such a freak show this week with this trial. Just really crazy. If you haven't seen the video, I went and I posted it up. But yeah, so Little Uzi's diamond was brought up. Little Uzi's diamond on his forehead, he implanted for the diamond was worth $24 million. That was brought up because they were trying to say that Young Thug had a hit on somebody, a bounty on somebody's head for $24 million because of a conversation that happened on Instagram between him and somebody else. But it was pointed out by Mr. Steele that that's not exactly what they were talking about. Yeah, Young Thug didn't have a bounty out on somebody for 24 mil. Little Uzi definitely wasn't part of that. And, the media, bloggers and other people, they went and dragged that on, especially because of subliminal message. One time a caption that Young Thug went and put up. No, in fact, it was a conversation about Little Uzi's diamond. And just the fact that he went and did that, it was Thugger and somebody else, and they were talking about that in the DMs on IG. And they were questioning, whether his, $24 million diamond was real. And, it's just crazy how he went and did it. And they couldn't believe it and stuff like that. It had nothing to do. They were making jokes about Little Uzi's diamond ring. And so when Thugger went and said $24 million on somebody's head or whatever and made a statement like that, it had nothing to do with him putting a hit out on somebody. That was brought up. Really crazy. I'm going to leave it right here with this trial. I hope that I try to wrap it up as much as I can, guys, because we have a lot of other stuff to get into. Because, like I said, this shit was really crazy this week. Mr. Stevens did not play that. He remembered the deal that he had with the prosecutors, and he wasn't bullshitting when he came this week. Let's see what happens. What happens on January 22nd, because that's when trial is going to start up again. January 22nd. And guys, if you don't know, this trial is going to take about a year. yeah, it's gonna take. Anyways, I don't know. Did you guys see Sexy Red's maternity photo shoot? Did you guys see it? Okay. Um, I saw it. I saw it on social media. Oh, my ears itching. I saw it on social media. To me, honestly, I think it could have been way better. You know, her style is her style, but I was looking at the photos. It looked like she had one leg. Her leg was folded up. I don't know who was the photographer, but the photographer should have told her, to put her leg out because it looked like she was, God forbid, it looked like she was an amputee or whatever like that. So she went and she put China. You know, I guess that's the theme that, Sexy Red was going for during her maternity photo shoot. She went in October and told everyone that she was having a baby. Going on stage, popping it, locking it, still doing all that stuff with a big old belly, barefoot, but not in the kitchen, on stage. Anyway, she went and she did this photo shoot, and the reason why she was causing some talk is because in the photo shoot there was two photos where she was sitting down and the baby's father was with her, and she wasn't showing the baby's father's face. She had it blurred, and people were like, "What the fuck?" They started mentioning a rapper, saying that this particular rapper was probably the father and stuff like that, and they were throwing names out there. She went and she tried to make a joke about it, and she put Chief Keef's face over the blurred face of, like, I never seen some shit like that because, hold on. I never seen something like that because the whole point of a maternity photo shoot is for both of the parents to, you know what I'm saying, to be there and to show, hey, I'm the dad, hey, I'm the mom. And you do a photo shoot and you blur your baby's father's face out. Really? Really, like, I don't understand. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It's like you're trying to be so mysterious that it's coming off tacky. It's like, you know, ooh, who can it be? I don't know. Ooh, do you really think we give a fuck? Like, we don't care. And then she came out in a video and she was saying how people need to mind their business and all this and that. It's kind of hard for people to mind their business when you want to be a rapper and you're putting your whole fucking life out there and you go and you do something that's just like ridiculous, like hiding the face of the man who's in the photo. So what was the whole point of even taking a fucking picture? I mean, obviously you were going to do the photo shoot, but I'm saying, what was the point of putting it on social media for us to see? That doesn't make any fucking sense. That shit is stupid as hell. You're going to go and blur his fucking face out. And then you're like, people need to mind their business, all this and that. She went with, like I said, she was trying to make a joke about it. And she put Chief Keef's face on it because she said before how she always had a crush on Chief and this and that. And I'm just like, that shit is corny. And then you're doing a video telling people to mind their business and all this and that. I hate when I hear celebrities do that. I really, like, it just irritates me. It irks me because it's like a SZA interview I saw with SZA. She was like, I don't know if she was like making her voice like sound like real scratchy too. She was like, I hate people, around me, and I really like my privacy, and like, that's just who I am. Like, basically, she's extremely antisocial and all this and that. So what the fuck are you, like, singing for and making songs and you want to be in the spotlight? I understand the best celebrities have anxiety and stuff like that. But please, get the fuck out of here with that fucking bullshit. I can't. So, yeah, Sexy Red goes and does a maternity photo shoot with her baby's father. And then she goes and she blurs his face. And she's, like, trying to make it this big-ass thing, like Princess Diana type shit, and like, no, God, I don't really think we care. Like, seriously, do you guys like really care? I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to say, it's not for all that. It's not for all that, girl. It's not for all that. It's not. It's not. It's not that serious. Like, oh, okay, that's who he is. After a day or two, nobody cares. We have other things to fucking move on to. Like, I have other shit to move on to. But yeah, Sexy Red does a maternity shoot, like I said 2 times before, and blurs her baby father's face and makes a joke, puts Chief Keef on it, and then does a video and tells us to mind our business. Excuse me. The audacity. The audacity. And like I said, she came out in April and told everyone that she was pregnant. The audacity. You know who else who has the audacity? Tekashi, for taking back his ex-girlfriend after he went, called the cops on her. They was DVing it all up on the cameras, showing her and saying in Spanish, like, she needs help, she needs help. Like, and she was saying in Spanish. I don't know if y'all saw the video, right? If y'all saw the video of when that happened between Tekashi and his girl, who, by the way, if y'all didn't know, let me put you on to who she is. If you didn't know who this chick was, she's popping in, Dominican Republic. Tekashi wants her and everybody's household as a known name in America now, the States and shit like that. He's really pushing, you know what I'm saying? He's really pushing her, like, on that type of shit where he's probably going to be like, I made you type shit. So, for those of you who don't know, this is rapper Anuel from Puerto Rico. This is Anuel's baby's mom. Yeah, her daughter that Tekashi is with now, helping, take care of, most likely because they seem to be serious or whatever like that. Especially doing the ghetto thing, breaking up, going back, and TV charges, and Warner both getting arrested. Anyways, this is Anuel's baby's mom. And for those who may have forgotten, this is crazy. It's crazy because it's a slap to the face, because Tekashi and Anuel had beef. And the reason why they had beef was because Tekashi went on a radio station probably about a year ago, no more than a year ago, and he was basically saying, like, listen, Anuel may be talking about me being a snitch and all this and all that, but I have a song with him. And when Tekashi says something, it's like this, you know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. And my line, it's the truth. He comes out with like shit that's like, he didn't make it up, right? So it's the truth. Yeah, so he was like, I have a song that I did with Anuel, so I don't know why he's out here talking shit about me like he hates rats when we were going to record a song. But then when I, spoke to him upon him coming home from prison, Anuel had a sudden change of thought, and then here is Tekashi with his baby moms. Where the fuck they do that at? Is that something us New Yorkers have inside of us, where when we get grimy, we get like extra grimy with it? Like, you know what? Okay, so you don't like me and that's how you feel and all that? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm a wife, your baby moms. Yeah, and now you gotta deal with me. Even though you don't want to deal with me, I'm gonna be in her life. And then on top of that, I'm going to try to make her this big superstar. Something that you could have did and helped her with when it comes to her career, but something you didn't do. It's like this, oh my God, the audacity of him is fucking crazy. So yeah, they're back together, and like he was putting a picture up of, it was a video and a picture. Anyway, the video, he was like just, tonguing her down, stuff like that, desperate shit. It's just really crazy. I mean, who really goes and fucking does some shit like that? Well, they're back together. For those of you who care, for those of you who don't care, I'm more on the I don't give a fuck side. But I just had to bring that up because I think a lot of people don't know, or they have forgotten, that Tekashi's new girlfriend, his wifey or whatever like that, she has a kid with rapper Anuel. That's his baby mom's, and he had beef with Tekashi. So what he did was like so grimy. It was like, damn, like, wow, you could really go there, bro. Like, why are you so mad at everybody in the world? Like, what did people do to you? But yeah, so that part was it was really funny. Did you guys see? I gotta get into this. I was like, should I say something? Should I not? What the? What? Like, oh my God, Little Nas X. Let me just, Little Nas X. His new song, um, his new song. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's really crazy. He's mocking God, mocking Jesus Christ. He's got a lot of people talking, a lot of people upset with him, saying, here we go again. You know what I say? Oh my God, this is how he gets around with one song a year that he's starting to do now. He's releasing like one song and disappearing for a year. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. He wants me to talk about it. He wants you. He wants bloggers to talk about it. Oh my God, he causes controversy again. Last time was with the sneakers, and it was supposed to be all Satan and this blood and, all this stuff. And now he comes back and he does a video where he's like being crucified as if he was Jesus. And I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Hold on, because I need to take a sip of this grapefruit. It wasn't even that much in there. Let me tell you something. By him doing this, he's just showing how thirsty he is for views, and it's really tacky. It really is. It's really tacky because you can't just come out and release a song, release a single, an album, whatever the fuck it is, right? Let's just leave it at single. You can't release one song without you having to do like, just, you're being so extra about it. Wow, like, is it necessary? Like, it's getting to the point where you look real corny. You're looking really corny, sweetie. The video was a fucking mess. Him in the cheerleading outfit. I don't know what's going on. That's him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised at that. But you weren't doing it. You weren't working it like that too. It was just a mess. You're like using God and Christianity, and we all know like he probably grew up in the church and stuff like that, like young teenage boy too, like him, young boy, couldn't come out the closet, all this and that. But this video and him having to use the fact and like comparing himself to Jesus Christ, you really went there, and you're like really fucking thirsty. You're really thirsty. It's tacky. It's played out. You can't release a song without having to do something that's extra. If something is that good, it should speak for itself. I'm just saying. If a song is that good, it should just speak for itself. And it's not. And put himself on a fucking cross and stuff like that. There was a part in the video where he was crossing Satan and and Nikes or whatever like that. Whatever, because of the collab that he had. It's just really stupid. Really, really is stupid. Little Nas X, you're doing too much. I feel that you don't have to do that much, sweetie. You don't have to do that much. You really don't. And the song is horrible. I'm sorry if somebody hasn't told him. The song is horrible. Like, it's not catchy. It's not... And there's a lot of horrible songs that are catchy. There's a lot of female rappers that are being... You know what I'm saying? They're popular for... they're trash. But their songs are, like, fucking catchy. And males, too. But, sweetie, and the song is horrible. So you're doing all this extra stuff, and it's like... It's too much. It's too much. Really stop it. You're making a fool out of yourself. You really are. If you haven't seen Little Nas' X video, I suggest you stay away from it. Whatever. I gave you my rundown of what the fuck. Ugh. Just tacky. Just fucking tacky. Just release the song. If it's that good, then it'll be good. I don't think you have to do all this extra stuff. Ridiculous. To each their own, but, you didn't come out the gate like that. You definitely didn't come out the gate like that, where people can accept you and like, okay, that's him. Oh, wow, and it gets crazy every time. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's getting to the point, like I said, where it's tacky, and the song sounds horrible. It really does. Blueface turned himself in. I posted a video. Yeah, this was just a few days ago. It wasn't that long ago. he's problematic. He's just really problematic, Blueface. And he's always in some shit. If he's not in a relationship that's extremely toxic, that, you know what I'm saying, people find funny, whatever like that, he's doing just really crazy shit. So, yeah, he turned himself in for violating his probation. The reason why he violated his probation is because, like I said, he's always getting into some stuff, into some shit. The last time I went and I wrote a story about him possibly violating his probation was the the incident with the girl that was on stage that went and threw something at Blueface's fiance and the mother of his daughter and his son, and that would be Alexis. Jaden Alexis, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me, like my memory. So anyway, so yeah, so this girl went and threw something at Jaden Alexis. This is Blueface's fiance, off and on again, fiance, girlfriend, baby moms, or whatever like that. But yeah, and he went and he pushed this woman into the crowd so that Jaden could go and shoot the fair one. But then security came, all that shit was captured, it was on stage. At that time, I had to write a story because they were saying that this was probably a violation of his probation, and it definitely was that. So he had to turn himself in. So not too sure, but he can get into a lot of stuff because he was involved, right? He was involved in a shooting in Las Vegas, and this was in front of a gentleman's club, right? And when he was arrested, he was with Krishan Rock. It was like really crazy. TMZ went and put the video up, and then most of us went and, got a hold of it and stuff like that. So, yeah, so he was involved in the shooting, but he got away with that. Well, for his alleged involvement, he wasn't, he got off pretty light, you know what I'm saying, compared to what he was really supposed to be facing and stuff like that. So anyways, they went and they basically said, we're going to put you on probation. You need to stay out of trouble for this amount of time. That's not what he did, because that incident happened at, the club and stuff like that, where he went and he pushed this girl who landed on her feet on the ground level and, was about to get into it really crazy with Jaden Alexis. But Blueface was obviously seen on video, allegedly pushing her, whatever. We all saw that. So that was possibly a violation of his probation, because he's not supposed to be getting into any type of shit. And like I said, he's problematic. He's always getting into something crazy. Turned himself in, and he may be facing several years in prison for violating his probation and stuff like that. So it's really crazy. Not only that, but he actually owes the club. He was owing them $13 million. Now he owes $14 million. The reason why he owes $14 million is because it's been going on months and months since they went, and the club, the settlement, it was in their favor. And so Blueface, obviously, that's why he has to pay back $13 million. The $13 million grew. The $13 million grew to $14 million because of interest. So he has to pay all that back. And people are saying, well, you know what? Excuse me. He has the money, so why can't he pay it back? And it was around the time, this was say a few weeks ago, and this is when he purchased, according to him, he brought Jaden her own house, right? His baby moms, who he broke up with because some fucking crazy shit. That's all they do. They break up, they go back with each other, they break up. It's just typical fucking ghetto shit. I've been there, but damn, nobody really wants to be there. Nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, he turned himself in, and people, it's like, okay, you don't have the money, but you went, and you just brought your baby moms a big house with I don't know how many bedrooms. She has an elevator in there because he puts like videos up of him and his son and the elevator. They actually got stuck. They got stuck like a few days ago and stuff like that. He posted a video. His son pressed the button before the door closes. When you have an elevator like that, you have to wait. for the doors to close before you can press your destination, what floor you want to go to. He pressed 4 and they got stuck in there. People saying, well, he has money. I mean, if you went and you brought Jaden a big ass house like this, and you obviously have money, so like, please cut it out or whatever like that, claiming that you have so much money, but you don't, because obviously you don't have the 13 or now $14 million to give to this club that had to apologize to everybody because of the chaos that Blueface started. So it was really crazy. So yeah, so that is really, really crazy, him having to turn himself in and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, breaking news, guys. Before I leave, speaking of people who were sentenced, because I was just talking about Blueface and how much serious time he was facing, let's talk about somebody who's not going to be facing times. That Chicago rapper, that's going to be Chicago rapper G Herbo. G Herbo went and he just received 3 years of probation, and that's for him, pleading guilty to fraud and just scheming and shit like that. It included trips to islands, designer puppies, all types of shit he was doing with people's stolen credit card information. He went and pled guilty, took a deal, and now he is only facing 3 years of probation. He does have to pay a certain amount of money back to the state. I have the story up. The story is up on blackroommedia.com for you guys to go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna leave you guys, but breaking news. The story is up on blackroommedia.com. Rapper Yo Gotti's older brother was just shot and killed not too long ago. So I have an update on that. And this is breaking news. This just happened not too long ago. So I'm going to need you guys to go over to blackroommedia.com when you're done watching this video and listening to this podcast episode on the Black Room. Okay? Yeah, go ahead and read the full story with the full details. Rest in peace to... I know I didn't say Irv. Rest in peace to Yo Gotti's brother. And this is his older brother. All the information is up on the site. Thank you guys so much. I will be back next week. Next week with a lot much more. The hell is wrong with my mouth today? With a lot much more and what's going on. And I actually may do a video in the middle of this week. Okay? If it gets too crazy. Or even if it doesn't, then I probably will. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. It's your Ghost and Stacks. I am out the building. Goodbye.